Audio Jungle.
Ho, 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 Bills Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of Bills Mafia Happy Hour. As always, your host, Dan Mitchell, Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. EST. And of course, Bills Mafia Happy Hour is brought to you by the absolute best pizza in Buffalo, New York, Bocce Club Pizza. Now, these guys are hooking you up once you go to their website and you want to have them delivered to your house, regardless of where you are within the United States. They are going to do it, and say that you put in code DAN, D-A-N, then they are going to match. No. Wow, dude, my brain is absolutely scrambled right now. I was about to go off of my Prize Picks pitch right there. They're going to give you 10% off your order right to your damn front door. I'm talking the classics, cheese and pepperoni, cheese, a chicken finger pizza, which is absolutely incredible, by the way. I had some yesterday when I had some friends over after the last Bills Mafia live stream. So go on ahead, check that out. Just go to their website and go to National Delivery, and they will hook you up, okay? You want a nice little taste of home? Go on ahead and get it delivered right to your front doorstep, regardless of where you are. Ladies and gents, what is going on? Not going to lie to you guys. I've had quite a day when it comes down into it. For some reason, I live in like a new development, right? Like this neighborhood's like relatively, I'd say like 2 years old, if that. And like there's like a bunch of development going around my entire neighborhood. And when I tell you that I have seen 4 snakes in like the past 3 days, I'm not lying to you. When I ended up getting done with my first stream this morning, I went on a run just like down the road and like off of this trail. And I saw the biggest, fattest copperhead I have ever seen in my entire life. Literally snuck up on me. I was running. Thank God it didn't bite me, or otherwise your boy probably would have been absolutely in the hospital right now, getting some anti-venom, and Bills Mafia Happy Hour wouldn't have happened. All right, so that's what I've been dealing with lately. It probably has to do with all that new construction, pushing these animals out of their natural habitat. And plus, it's like 92, 93 degrees in here. So one of the two, that's been my day. I hope everyone's been having a wonderful day themselves. You read that title correctly. That is right. Since now there's really not much to talk about, I did end up purchasing the NFL Plus subscription where I have access to all of the film on the face of the planet, right? The Buffalo Bills all the way back to, I think it's all the way back to, when was this? I think it's all the way back to like 2016, where I can go back and pull up all of this film. So I figured the best thing that we could potentially do right now, boys, quite simply, is we legitimately just go through each and every single week 1 through week 17 and into the playoffs, and knock it out and make it happen. Complete good film review. Understand exactly what our team looked like throughout the season last year, and hopefully we could pick out some similarities as far as game plans are concerned, and hopefully we can have a wish list of what we would like to. I think this works out perfectly because you want to know why? I mean, I think by the time that we finish all of it, it's going to be time for training camp, which is going to be even better. And I am absolutely thrilled about this situation, and I certainly understand and hope that you are feeling the same. Let me go on ahead. Let me start reading up some of the live chat. Let me say hi to some of my friends here. Dunn 716, Buffalo Bills, skeet. My guy's excited to talk about some Bills today. Me too, my friend. Let's look back in each and every single one of these games, starting off with week 1. Not this episode. It's just going to be week 1 today against the Rams, which was a very exciting matchup. Thursday Night Football, went out there, made a statement. I did see a couple of things when I was like slowly starting to scroll through, and I saw like an interception. I saw a fumble. That's going to be annoying, but here we are. Chris 716, Dan dogged my profession last stream, which nothing at all, man. Nothing at all. Like, I'm just saying, like, maybe that's just me, like, being, like, young and slightly immature for my age, where, like, I think pool boy, and I just think of, like, some, like, hot 40-year-old woman just being like, hey, my hubby isn't home. What are you doing, young man? Like, stuff like that, right? was totally a joke. Was totally a joke, man. Definitely no ill will right there. Let's rewatch the Bills wax the Rams. I think that's going on. Absolutely. Bocce is not the best, but very good. Don't you dare put them lies out. All right, Chris, best pizza in Buffalo, hands down. Code Dan. Need to liquor to clear that head. Need some liquor to clear that head. I think so. Maybe I think that's it, man. Listen, I know this week's going to be pretty. This week's going to be pretty wild, or this weekend rather. I turned 32 on Sunday, and then 4th of July is obviously on Tuesday. I have a bunch of family coming in. And so I have a bunch of family rolling into town. I have friends rolling into town. So I can imagine that this weekend's going to be completely out of this world for sure. And so I had stuffed crust pizza yesterday. I love it. You had an arrow, so you keep your ass running on the road. I think that might need to be what's happening. Leah is coming in saying, love the idea. Let's enjoy last season. They did very well. They did, especially for the first half of the season, right? Right up until Allen's injury, which is terrible. It was freestyling to the intro. Send it to me. Send me your best freestyle. Dan, love the content. Go Bills. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate that, dude. Honestly, I love coming on here twice a day for the most part, Monday through Friday. It's definitely always a good thing. And Chris 716 saying, just messing, bro. I know, man. So is I. Last comment we're going to read, and then we're just going to hop right into the film right over here and point out as many things as humanly possible. Make sure you show in detail on Alan Diggs made Ramsey look like a fool and show why the Bills are not worried. Hey, listen, if that's going to be our biggest takeaway, then let's go on ahead and knock it out. Great transition, because we need to discuss. Let me go on ahead and make this full screen. This is just the kickoff. Let's watch this. This is our first touchdown drive. Absolutely went up. We see our boy right over here, and we see that dude right over there, Jalen Ramsey, who all of Miami is thinking that they're going to completely change their secondary. He's still good, but we're about to see very fast that he's not an issue. Josh Allen step back. Look at that. Complete. Nice little in route from Diggs right there. Completely fooled Ramsey right then and there. He was pissed. He was sitting there trying to beat the ball out of his hands. Oh, man, I have a feeling this is exactly what that is going to look like. Where's our boy? There he is. There's our boy right over there. Let's knock it out. Josh Allen dropped back, evaded the sack. And who made that tackle? Was that Jones? I was sitting there looking for Leonard Floyd. We got to see what he had to go. Oh, man, this is just absolute nostalgia. See Diggs at the top of the screen. Devin Singletary. Look at that, man. Very similar formations as into what we have been seeing. That Rams defensive line was definitely bringing the pressure on Josh Allen right there and on this overall team, which is pretty wild. And so a lot of running the ball, man. I mean, honestly, when I look at this film overall, man, I saw a lot, or we at least attempted to run the ball a little bit better. Nice little 5 wide situation. Diggs, once again, just creating crazy separation. Still blows your mind, right? Like when we just ignored him during the playoffs. And so that was Floyd right there, by the way. Look at that. Rolling out of the pocket. Zach Moss, the homie. Look at that misdirection. I remember that like it was absolutely yesterday. That was beautiful. Something you want to see this season, right? Play action. Look at that. Oh, my God. That was whew. Man, I remember that I was so nervous going into this game. I was absolutely so nervous going into this game. It was absolutely wild. Rod's coming in saying, "Go Rams." Hey, man, this was actually the week 1 film. We're sitting there going through a lot of this. Anthony's coming in saying, my G. Absolutely, bro. Let's talk about it. Spears Bills talk. This right here, I'm trying to think what this drive was. I think they punted. And so I think they punted, actually. Spears Bills talk is coming in just saying, I'm glad Diggs drama is over. You and me both, dude. You and me both. And so as you can see, that run defense still wasn't completely ideal. I feel like that our run defense seemed like it improved last year, but that was just because several of those games we were just hanging up points. Like we were just hanging up points like on so many teams that they just abandoned the run completely. A little flag situation. Was that our boy? Was our boy Eddie O to Davis? We at least hope that the drama is over and don't creep up during the season. I entirely agree with you right then and there. Yeah, see, like these like receivers were definitely having no problem going up the middle. That was a very interesting formation they had going there. Yeah, that was rough. And Andrew comes in and says that Josh made me bust that game. I feel like he definitely did. I feel like he made us all bust, my friend. Uh, when we have plays for 5 wide receivers, who should the 5 on the field be? Diggs, Davis, Shakir, Hardy. And then I'm going to put Kincaid in there because like I look at him as essentially a pass target, but if not, Sherfield. And see, this is so nice as well because now we're actually seeing a full secondary because we only ended up seeing our absolute full secondary for 2 games last year. That was against the Rams and the Titans. Look at that pass rush, baby. That's what Von Miller does. That's exactly what Von Miller did. So we were just having our way with that team right then and there. Yeah, you got us good week 1. Man, we're just trying to kill some time right now, baby. Great memories. And so our Bills exposing the Super Bowl champions. I was so high after that game, literally and figuratively. That was an absolute pain in the ass right there. Literally and figuratively. Nice little interception. Loved it. Look at us running the ball. Who the hell is Dorsey? He's trying to go out there and he's trying to prove to everybody that he's just not that guy. He is that guy, right? Offensive line just going on ahead and just pulling it away. Was it the usual suspects? Let's see. Once again, man, he was just feeding Stephon Diggs. And look who was covering him. Look who was covering my guy too. Nice little, oh my God, I love that. That's something I really want to see a lot as well. Like throw Dawson Knox in the backfield with him as an extra blocker. Him, Damian Harris, who by the way is an absolute incredible blocker as well. Like these formations, where the hell were these during the playoffs, right? Dude. Even Isaiah McKenzie was cooking Ramsey that entire game. Short, quick passes. Right to Knox. We came out to damn play right over there. Smoked him. Absolutely smoked him. Glenn saying, I'm glad the Bills were able to beat a lousy team. Hey, man. Win's a win. Diggs again, baby. He just ate that team for absolute breakfast. Josh Allen dropped back, and that was the pick. I forgot about that. That was just a bad throw, frankly. That was just a bad throw. And so I think from there, I think this drive, the Rams had to punt. Cooper Kupp. It's crazy how the Rams fell apart as bad as they did last year, man. It's really bad. Von Miller is also known as Bruce Smith on steroids. Oh, damn, man. That's a take right there, boy. That's a take. Von Miller, aka Bruce Smith on steroids. Not sure about that. For some reason, I just got the vibe that you were about to make the short for different schemes of Dawson Knox. I just got the vibe that you were about to make a short for different schemes of Dawson Knox. I could make a short about that. In fact, I'm always looking for some like a short for different schemes of Dawson Knox. I could. I 1,000% could. Absolutely, I do on Madden 23 with Knox going deep, and it's usually a mismatch over the top. Touchdown. Glenn's coming in. So that is what I'm used to from Trash Allen. Rod's coming in and saying, you thinking the Rams are going to be back on track? Man, I think they'll be better than last year. I think the Niners have that division, though, and the Seahawks are not necessarily close, but I think the Seahawks will probably end up making the playoffs as well. Still think that McVay has some things that he has to do to like sort of fix up that team at that point, man. I really do, you know? DF Forever is coming in saying, sup, Dan? How's the family? How's the family, man? They're doing well, man. Is my mom and dad live about 30 minutes up the road. It is close enough, but just far away at the same time. It's close enough, far away at the same time. My brother lives 30 minutes in the opposite direction as well. I was supposed to go grab some dinner with him tonight, but he ended up canceling because he's like what I like to consider to be and so a hermit, right? Like kid doesn't like to leave his house. But I mean, really outside of that, bro, things are good. Things are good, man. We're just sitting here watching some highlights from week 1, week 2. And then once, dude, I forgot. See, oh my God. I was so high after this game. Because Gabe had a game, Diggs had a game. Like the entire offense was just absolutely reeling. Now, granted, this is probably like what our team would have looked like if we completely stayed healthy the entire year, right? Like many teams, I'm sure, would look at their absolute full capacity. But keep in mind, like, this is our entire team right here that's coming back, right? I mean, obviously outside of Devin Singletary, obviously outside of and so Isaiah McKenzie, but I do think that we upgraded as well, like on that running back side of things as well. And then, dude, look at that. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, shit. Was that Zach Moss? I remember Zach Moss, man. I really wanted Zach Moss to be that guy. But right to me, this is exactly what this team could have been, right? Minus any sort of like offensive line injury. If Hyde didn't get hurt, Von Miller didn't get hurt. Like this was like our team. If Josh Allen didn't screw up his elbow, this is what we should have expected last year almost every single week. Those injuries just got to us, man. It was terrible. And so the Rams are torn apart now. No way they're going to get back on track this year. Should trade Cooper Kupp right to the Bills. Yeah, man. Sean McVay and that organization, in my opinion, man. So Sean McVay and that organization really had that win now mentality, and it just went to show you how much it can absolutely hurt you. It just went to show you how much it can absolutely hurt you from there. It just, yeah, dude. I'd say they have a rebuild for a considerable amount of time. Pass rush was good. We were getting to the quarterback. Facts, Dan. So that's why he needs a camera on his helmet. DF Forever saying, no worries. Cook is going to be that guy. Cook, man. Cook. I don't feel like anybody is hyping up Damian Harris, man. I have a feeling that's the dude that's going to be RB1. That's the dude that's going to be RB1, baby. Look at that. Mike Green says, don't forget Moss. And so originally wasn't happy that the Bills drafted him. I didn't hear that. And so I didn't hear that. He's on the Colts right now, isn't he? Look at that. And so I think that was Jordan Phillips, actually. So to be honest with you. Where is Zach Moss right now? Yeah, he's on the Colts. He is on the Colts, man. This is when LA actually went for it on 4th and 2. I think Cooper Kupp got, yeah, he got that. So Glenn is saying that you know what the Rams did, so the Bills still looking for, and so they got off the list of teams not winning a Super Bowl. Rams won back in 99. What do you mean? And so Hardy's going to ball this year. Watch the wild card round Bears versus Saints. You will see how amazing he could be in our offense. Bears and Saints wild card round, huh? That was what year? When was the last year the Bears made the playoffs? Was that back when they had the double doink situation? I feel like that's going to be DF Forever is saying that. Want to bet on that? A friendly bet. A friendly bet I could do. Let me see what else we got. So they showed his reaction on draft night, and it was something people talked about. He was like, damn, the Bills got me? Come on. Well, he wasn't really much of a contributor. That's for damn sure. Was not much of a contributor. Glenn, and so the Rams won Super Bowl in 99. DF Forever. And so I bet you an airplane shot. An airplane shot that Cook will be number 1. What's an airplane shot? I'm not familiar. So if you can tell me what an airplane shot is, bro, I could 1,000% agree to that. I feel like I could agree to that. Like without even knowing what it is. Like, so one shot in college we had was called the Three Horsemen. Oh my God, it was terrible. It was Jack, Jim, and Jose. It was Jack, Jim, and Jose. It was one of the worst things I think I have ever ingested in my entire life. And so I like Cook at RB1. Let him show his brother up, especially if Dalvin goes to Miami, in which I think it's probably going to happen. So I think it's probably is going to happen. Okay, Bills back on, baby. Look at, dude, again. He was just toying with Ramsey right there. He was just toying with Ramsey. And so we're going back to that right there. I feel it, dude, again. And so this was like right here. Just watch Diggs. Again, dude. Back shoulder. Just, oh, man. And everyone thinks that he's going to make. Everybody here is thinking that he's going to make a difference. Oh, was that picked again? And so I had no idea that Josh Allen had 2 picks that game. Our defensive line was moving, man. Look at Vaughn right over there at the end of the line. He already knew what he was trying to do. That was the damn game right there. Showing my age. 99C liquor shot. Oh man. Okay, yeah, most definitely. Say for like worst case scenario, like when I live stream a game at a bar or something, I'll just have someone make me a shot. Except for I'm still convinced that, and so our running back room is going to be, so by committee. I sincerely believe that. And so Dun716 said he had a perfect passer rating against Ramsey this game. That was our boy Epinesa right there, boys. Oh, man. I could really see Epinesa just balling out this year. I'm excited about it. Ramsey was punished to the max in this game. Dude, I feel like he didn't do himself any favors when he had that interview a couple of years ago, like back in Vogue, like when he called Josh Allen trash. Like Josh was just like, you know what? I am never going to not perform when this guy is out there, right? He's 2-19 at that point. Vonnie missed that guy. Burnt toast every single time. It was a great game. Listen, man, right now, like we're just walking down memory lane for the next couple of weeks. Like say that I can't think about anything that's like fun to watch. Like, I mean, I'm fine with just like hosting these Q&As while we watch some of these highlights and just make commentary on them, because it's great. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be some games where I'm not going to be happy about, right? Like week 3 obviously pissed me off. That first week against the Jets pissed me off. But we will see. One of the picks was because of McKenzie. Bad route. That game, Allen was 26 of 31 at 297 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 112 QBR in the Rams game. I love that. Don't forget one of them picks was on the receiver. And so I think it was the last one we just saw. Man, our defense just absolutely ate. And so I will tell you what, I am going to miss Edmonds. Like, dude was a boss when it came into coverage. Very good coverage linebacker. So we're going to need Terrell Dotson to really step up in this situation, or we're going to have to see. And so we also had a rushing touchdown. I'm sure we're about to see this. Here it is. Let's get back to the goods. Look at Devin, man. And so sometimes I feel bad for giving him as much shit as I gave him a long time ago. Long time ago, I feel like I gave Devin Singletary a lot of shit for almost nothing. I wouldn't say for almost nothing, but something. James? No, that was a Josh Allen run. He's so good at misdirection. And so he fooled the camera guy. He fooled the camera guy in that situation. What is this? False start. And so he definitely didn't do him any favors in the interview, but Josh owned him in the game, literally. Oh, man. And so I thought one was on Crowder, so bouncing off of him. It was somebody out of the slot. Unless that was a different game. Glenn is saying, Dan, don't show any more highlights. You will see all of Trash Allen's mistakes. Great game indeed. It was awesome, man. It really was. And so Tua can't throw deep balls, and so always falls short. Singletary did always work for his yards. Like, he was a small dude. Do keep in mind. Diggs ate that game too, didn't he? Diggs absolutely ate that game. For 5'8", Singletary really did well, man. I'm rooting for him in Houston. I really am. First and goal, I'm pretty sure this ends in a tutty. Yep. Isaiah McKenzie. That was that dude. That was that dude. He said, Dunn 716. Come on. He had a top QBR last year, and even though he didn't play a whole season, which could have blown it. Oh, man. What can you do? That was it. So I feel like this is like when we completely unloaded. Solid coverage on everybody. Way to read that. Of course, that's Cooper Kupp right there doing Cooper Kupp things. There's the Mackenzie gender reveal celebration. Not fake Shane says this is a better beatdown than most UFC fights. I loved it. I was happy about it, man. See, that's what I'm going to miss about Tremaine Edmonds right there, man. He was really good against the run. He was really good against the run. So dude like rarely missed tackles. So he was one of the best at like not missing tackles. That was Von Miller again. Oh, man. 3-18. They're going to punt it away after this. That was just a bad throw. Just a bad throw by Stafford. So they punted it away. That's the move right there, man. What? So Jordan Smith said that, can someone pull up the Texans schedule? Just watch an ESPN analyst say that they're going 10-7 and are a playoff candidate. What? No. What? Let me see. Houston Texans. Let's look at their schedule here. Let's look at the Houston Texans schedule. Ravens week 1. Colts, Jags, Steelers, Falcons. That's probably a dub. Saints probably not. Panthers, I think, will beat them. Maybe they beat the Bucks. Definitely not the Bengals. Maybe they beat the Cardinals. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see him making the playoffs. Again, Stephon Diggs against Ramsey. Yeah, Jordan. I definitely don't see them going 10-7. I mean, I see them improving now that they ended up getting somewhat of a competent head coach. Like somewhat of a competent head coach. But outside of that, I really don't even know. And the Texans are 5-12 at best. And so that would have been nice if Crowder were to stay healthy that whole year too, right? I mean, going into it, right? Like, I feel like every Jets fan I talked to was just like, yeah, like Jamison Crowder just couldn't stay healthy. And I was just like, oh, no, like the Bills are definitely going to change this guy. He's definitely going to make it work. And it just didn't happen, man. Every single play, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, let's see where we're at. Oh, shit. Where were we? So I think we're getting close to the end. Oh.
Good spot left.
Yeah, we already had that. We already had another touchdown. I think we had that go on. This one is, yeah, this is where we were at, I think. This is where we were at. See, we were just going in. Josh using his legs once again. Man, we just had this going. Yeah. Deep ball to Diggs once again. Hey, Glenn, let's play that again for you. And so I'm playing that one for Glenn again. Look at that. Burnt toast. Yeah, one more time, Glenn. Diggs had him burned 6-7 yards. Bang, bang. Right in the breadbasket. And so I would have loved to hear what Stephon had to say to him with that, really. I would have loved for him to see that. So Allen owns Ramsey. He owned him when he played in Florida when he was actually in his prime. He owned him again when he was in LA. And so Ramsey gets torched. And so that won't be changing now that he's past his prime and in the cesspool that is South Florida. Oh, man. So I think that an interception comes up right here in this drive for them. Bounced off of the shoulders. It's cover 3 they were running right there. No, audible. He didn't like what he was saying. He didn't like what he was saying. So I feel like at that point, it was just desperation mode for these guys. It was just absolute desperation mode for them. What a day. 4th and 1, and they still went for it. I feel like that might have been. No, I think they got it. Yeah. LA still had it on their own 34. Yeah, like what a show, right? Like from Frazier, from everything. And so I really wonder if like Frazier just pulled out all the tricks out of his breadbasket and then it just didn't happen after that. And so AFC conferences will probably only have 3 or 4 teams with losing records this year. Colts, Titans, Texans. 3 teams out of the AFC South, huh? And the Raiders. I agree. And so I could see that being a strong, strong possibility. Strong possibility, baby. And so I enjoyed every minute of the Ramsey punishment. And so I enjoyed every minute of the Ramsey punishment. How dare you talk Super Bowl on out? Well deserved. I love it. I love it. As a Bills fan, I loved it. I feel like we all did at that point. I'm pretty sure a fumble occurs right here, ladies and gents. And it came from, yep. Who fumbled that? Let's see. Zach Moss fumbled it. Oh, man, I was so angry. I was yelling at the TV, although that like we were completely up. So then this became a turnover on downs this drive, and then it was the end of the game. But same coverage over and over and over again. We were killing cover two. And the thing is that I just see that same coverage scheme all the way through the season. And eventually offenses just ended up picking it up like it was nothing. And then that was the turnover on downs right there. No, it wasn't. So I just went to the home opener, and so that came after this game. It was a 4-quarter party in the end zone. So funny that Miami thinks Ramsey will make a difference. Allen owns him. Him and Stephon Diggs, like, I feel like that's his and so I feel like that is his kryptonite. So beautiful display of greatness. And so to be first game of the season. And so he owns the Dolphins anyway. So Ramsey or not, still owns them. How many turnovers so could the Bills commit in one game? It's sort of like a handicap in golf. You know what I mean? It's like sort of like a handicap in golf is the way that I kind of look at it. And so we give a couple turnovers, still make it up. Garrett's coming in. My guy. Thank you so much, Garrett. I appreciate that, brother. Sincerely helps out the channel. Thirsty Thursday starts now. There was a huge boat parade downtown Buffalo after this win. It was a taste of our destined Super Bowl parade. Wow. Did they throw the boat parade because of this win? Did we? Man, I just have a feeling that if we were to win that 13-second game, man, we had all the momentum in the entire world. We had all the momentum in the entire world that I think that we would have beat LA in the Super Bowl that year. I really do. I really believe that. Omkar is coming in. Great question. What's your score prediction for Bills Jets? Man, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close for comfort. Very, very close for comfort. 4th and 14, they went for it. This is the turnover on down situation. And then that is what happened. Solid coverage. Game, baby. So going ahead, we just kneel that down. And that was the damn game, boys. I think a lot of us were absolutely thrilled. But, like, honestly, man, I do, like, look back at the 2021 season. And if we were to come out on top from that 13-second game, we would have beaten Cincinnati because their offensive line was a hell of a lot worse than it was last year. I just feel like we had all the momentum in the world. I feel like we would have went up into LA. I feel like we would have beat LA, and I feel like that was our year. I really hope that that's not a missed opportunity. So I really hope that this year is the year where we completely just let it go. But damn, what a day. Garrett saying anytime, brother. And so the offensive line was better in 21 than it was last year. Absolutely. And so I will give it to Books. This was their best. It's a game of the year. And so after this, it went downhill. No, man. We had that Pittsburgh game, which went pretty well. We had that Tennessee game that went pretty well. It was after the Jets game when Allen like fucked up his elbow a little bit, was just when it just completely went downhill. And so agreed that was one of the years that I thought and so had the Lombardi that year. Damn, 13 seconds. 13 seconds will haunt me for the rest of my life. It will haunt me for the rest of my life. And Garrett, you the man. You are the man. Cody's coming in and saying 23-27 Bills. I think it's going to, no, yeah. Yeah, I like that actually. And so the Jets defense is nice. It's very nice. I don't see us putting up more than 28. Let me go 28-24 Bills Jets. And you're going to see me walking out of that stadium more than likely with a couple of beers in me. So more than likely with a couple of beers in me. I'll more than likely just be getting jumped by some Jets fans because knowing me, I'll be chirping. But I could see that happening 110%. It was so close, man. It was tough. Omkar is coming in and saying Allen versus Watson, wild card. You heard it here first. Listen, I'm high. I'm very high on the Browns this year, and I do see them winning that division. No one's talking about it, but I see it. I definitely see it, but wild stuff. And so I think we'll put up 30 on them. 30 on them, we're saying. And so you think that you're going to score 28 on that Jets defense? It's optimism. It's optimism. Like, I'm hoping that they just come out rusty. You know? Maybe they don't get a lot of snaps in preseason and they're a little rusty going into it. I'm saying, I'm saying 28-24. I mean, shit. And so I'd love a shutout from the Bills too, but here we are. Here we are, boys. Yeah, y'all. That was Bills Mafia Happy Hour today. Okay. Or as some of my friends say, it was Bills Mafia 51 minute. Bills Mafia 51 minutes. But as always, thank you so much for tuning in, showing some love, everybody. I will be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. EST. And the topic is still up in the air. But as always, make sure you smash that like button completely on your way out. It's free. Takes less than a second, and it helps me out with that YouTube algorithm, even during this very slow time of football season. Check out Bocce Club Pizza, best pizza in Buffalo. Go on ahead and say, for example, you want that ordered to your house. They're shipping all across the country. Use code Dan for 10% off. Absolutely loved it. Dunn716 says, got 10 minutes left. Mike Green, he called it. What'd he say? 48 minutes. Mike Green, he said 48-minute. Bills Mafia, 48 minutes. All right. Listen, y'all, during the season, I promise you it's probably going to go well over an hour once that goes down. But great show. Love y'all. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. EST. Deuces.